I don't know why people like to pick side when it comes to marriage issue, especially marriage between two people. You were not there the day they started. You don't know the agreement. You don't know what was their mission or aim. But you carry it on your head as if you are God that joined them together. I'm reading things on this line. From Stanley, the movie actor. I see things he's been saying against Frederick to the point of calling him out to come to fight at one market. That's on top issue with Fred. It's like a personal grudge against somebody. It makes me to think: is this about the marriage to Peggy Ovia or there's something else between both? That's a question. But if it's about the peace of the marriage, not to divorce or divorce, I don't think it should go to that extreme. That's my own opinion. But I haven't said that. I listened to Fred Leonard, therapist, and I saw a lot of revelation she made. Okay?
Marriage doesn't change a woman, it removes the mask. Let me say that again. Marriage does not change a woman, marriage removes the mask of the woman. This is the story of Freddie Leonard, the Nollywood actor, and his wife, Peggy. This is the second time that Freddie has ended his marriage. What I am trying to say in a layman's language is that Freddie Leonard ended his marriage, not the other way around. I decided not to speak to this before now out of my respect for the couple, especially Freddie. Freddie is a personal friend. I can call myself his legal counsel and I can call myself his therapist. You understand? So I decided not to speak to this, but obviously his wife made this wide range allegation of a particular married woman that Freddie has been sleeping with even before marriage. Nothing like that happened. Absolutely nothing like that. Peggy is trying to push a narrative that she left her marriage because the husband was cheating. Nah. Peggy did not leave her marriage because the husband was cheating. Freddie ended his marriage because Peggy was very disrespectful. I had spoken to Freddie Leonard before now several times on this thing, and I will tell you that he was careful not to paint his wife black. He was very careful. But is this coincidence that you removed his surname from your social media just about 2-3 weeks ago, and then 2-3 weeks later, you are coming with such a huge allegation? This marriage has ended before now. It's not today. You understand? In the course of your separation, you had accused multiple women. Just very recently, you unfollowed Syrian Martins, the Bayelsa Nollywood actress, accusing her of having a thing or two to do with your husband. You were on call with her. She was with her man, and she told you, Madam, you are on speaker. You said you had evidences that she was sleeping with your husband. And she told you she was with a man. You should please bring your evidences. This is my problem with women. And I actually don't like I have to do this. Because, oh, Rita, why you never support women? The truth is I want to support women. But I need women to give me reasons to support them. I need women to give me reasons to support them. This is a man that decided to get married to Peggy against all odds. He respects Peggy. I can tell you because I've spoken to Freddie Leonard so many times. And the first time we spoke, I told him, thank you for being so respectful of your wife. He was careful not to say anything bad about his wife. He just said, Rita, the marriage has broken down irretrievably, not because my wife is a bad person, but because my wife is very Western. I am quoting him word for word. The wife does not believe in submission. He said, Peggy does not believe in submission. The first time he ended the marriage, they were arguing and Peggy walked out on him. They were having an argument. Peggy walked out on him. And this was against the agreement they had before they got married. Madam, you can do anything. I understand you. I understand your personality. But you see me here, anytime we are arguing, because it's normal for man and wife to argue, and you walk away, you might be going home from there. That was the first time they had separation. After that, Peggy and her people begged and they made peace and they continued the marriage. Tell me why this person does not have an altar of respect for the man she married. And if you know Freddie Leonard, you would know that he is very traditional. There are things he would take, there are things he wouldn't take. They talked about this. They talked about the argument they had. They talked about how Peggy walked away on him while they argued. Peggy apologized. Peggy called it an oversight. They made up. I don't think they ever argued about Freddie being with any woman.
She'd been in the life of this couple for some time before this particular, you know, point of no return. According to her, the wife is this feminist who does not want to be submissive. In fact, he had walked away from the man. Many times they were arguing. Allegedly, according to the therapist, many revelations were made through her to make me think, what's happening here? So all these things Stanley had been saying about Frederick Leonard is not actually true. Is that now? After listening to this therapist, I also listened to Freud himself. What I noticed from Freud is that he never really said he's too protective of his home.
My people, how on a day? It not be like before when social media was a very healthy place. Now it has become a very toxic place.
Ever put and which is what a normal man with wisdom should do. You don't expose your home to the world, expecting something better to come out of it. No. No marriage bed of roses. Every marriage have issues. It depends on how you handle it. Simple. Even the one you see on camera smiling, looking good, hey, we love us. If they open up what they're passing through, you may decide not to even enter marriage. That's the simple truth of marriage. I saw some maturity from Freud while he was talking. And all I can say is this. Please, do not cry more than those involved, except there's something else you are not seeing in your mind. Whoever have this message should know of it. Stanley on top and Frederick Leonard. That's what is surprising me, actually. You see, I saw what Stanley wrote online. According to what he said, look at it. That's a Stanley message about Frederick. No, a lot of this were said. But something got my attention. Why all those people are saying? It's what I don't understand. Because from what the therapy of Freud and Peggy Ovia is saying, that means everything Stanley ever said were not true. Actually, initially I was like trying to believe Stanley that his arguments were true. That means, Fred infidelity has been the reason for their breakup. In fact, it's like Peggy left Fred because of his infidelity. But when I listened to the therapist of Fred and Peggy, it's a different story here. The therapist, who we believe know more of their secret than Stanley, is narrating saying that Peggy lack of submission is the reason Fred walked away from the marriage. In fact, the first time they had a break in their marriage was because she walked away during their argument. Because before they started that marriage, Fred made it clear, do not do that. That is a red line. Because he's a man that believes in tradition. And she did it.
If you lie against your husband, I will come for you. Yes. If you lie against your husband, I will come for you. Nobody cares if your marriage breaks. Nobody cares if you don't want to marry again. It's your marriage. It's your marriage. If you like, marry. If you like, don't marry. The one that I really don't like is you coming to attack a man's personality, to attack his career, to attack everything the man stands for. There is no need. you can actually walk away. One of the people I respect in that Nollywood industry is Chioma Chukwuka. Her marriage broke. We didn't hear it. Everybody just go your separate way. You don't need to come and attack the man. Tell us how is 1 minute man, how is half a minute man, how is this, how is this. It don't do. It don't do. You people should stop lying on these men, attacking their personalities, attacking their businesses, attacking their careers. That is not good. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. And I'm sorry for those letting it thrive, but I won't. It's not healthy. You can walk away. You don't need to come online to disgrace the man, to dent the man's image. I do not appreciate it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And anything posted online is for everybody's consumption. What's this? Retire, even if she's disrespectful, it is disrespect enough. Okay, when you reach your turn, pray for the person. When you reach your turn, go and pay second bride price. If disrespect is not your deal breaker, no problem. But this man says disrespect is his deal breaker. So many men, disrespect is their deal breaker. Let's calm down. What is this?
Now, according to the lady, if you ask Fred is somebody who like to protect his home. He can never say anything bad about his wife. In fact, if you ask him why, what happened, why they break up, he will tell that his wife is just more westernized, try to protect her image. Whereby the wife is so quick, after weeks of separation, to accuse him of infidelity. And Stanley is so much into it. It's like selling it to the whole masses. That's why I'm asking this question, why? What exactly is the problem between these two great actors in our film industry? What? We want to know actually. If you know, let us know in the comment section why are both of them after each other.
Please subscribe and follow for more.